Hello there guys and welcome to the SFR Invitational 4th of July event. Obviously you join us at a very late night Laguna Seca. We're kicking off here, we qualified P2 but we get a bit of a bad start here. Bit of a knock up the side I think coming into turn 1. Yeah, they had it. That's brilliant. So I wasn't mightily impressed with that, so I think I'd try and retaliate straight away and stick it up the inside. No, yeah, immediate attack. So do forgive me with the edit, it was done yesterday, so I was catching up with it, but I thought it deserved a bit of a voiceover. So it's been good fun. Plus, I'd like to give you some little info of what we've been up to recently, because there's not been too many uploads, and there should have been a Kyle Army race and a Bathurst race for you all to enjoy. We did run those races, however there was a mass disconnect on Kyle Army, and half the field, no, all the field on Bathurst as well, so it's a shame about Bathurst because we're P2. It would have been a good finish. Disappointed with my pace there, like I was a full second kind of off the guy in front, or at least a couple attempts. Anyway, we'll be running them again, so we've got Sunday night Bathurst coming up for you. That's a 90-minute race. That's going to be an endurance in itself. I've been trying to set the car up a little more, we took a bit of wing off. So yeah, all night there I've been caught out by the brakes a little bit and get a little bit out of shape here, trying to get the car on the left some room, but yeah, it just seemed like I could brake a lot later into the corkscrew than a lot of the other cars in front. It's probably just the characteristic of the car itself. This is my first drive in the Bentley too, so the aim of this wasn't to chat bollocks all the way through, it was just to give you a bit of heads up that we have some racing coming for you guys over the next week or so there should be a couple of uploads incoming, which is good news. So yeah, I apologise to the Bathurst and Kyle Army, we should have had at least 2 up for you to watch, but yeah, as it stands, there's a bit of a mid-season break, and this is the event put on by SOP Able, I think, which was 70 minutes, Laguna Seca, no pit, no tyres and no fuel, so yeah, we didn't do too badly. You'll see the result, and we've also got the Legends list at the end, just to thank everybody, because the last couple of streams have all been live streams, so extremely difficult for me to edit up the Legends list at the end, so I have got it. It's on the out lap, because you cannot just quit to, giving the Porsche look there, just trying to show me inside, you can't quit to pit, you've got to drive around into it, you can't just press the reset button. How they run things here, so I've included it in the last clip, and the Legends list with everybody that's commented and supported the video, all up there at the end, and I do appreciate every single one of you, top guys, for the support and likes on the videos. It really helps me out. So with that said, I'm just thankful that I could give you a bit of an upload here from Laguna Seca, the Intercontinental GT car, and this is again my first drive in the Bentley, and I'm super impressed with it, coming from the AMG and the 720S. This thing brakes for days, and the handling of it is just unreal. It's crazy. I was a full second quicker here than I was with the McLaren. So, and then I understand the nature of the track doesn't really suit the McLaren all that much, but this thing here is night and day. I'll be definitely using it in the upcoming AOR season, I think. Yeah, a little out of shape there. Probably left TC3 on, just struggling for a bit of grip. What I would like to say is this setup was provided by the man, the myth, the legend that is Goldsaw, AOR champion. I think he managed to not defend the crown this season, but his setup for this was absolutely, the car was just an absolute joy to drive, to the point where I'm now going to use this car as my lead car, it looks like. So I'd just like to thank Gold if he's watching. This is out there, I'm going to put it in the description too. Thank you so much, buddy. The car was absolutely on rails all night. I was able to do 23s if I'd just keep it consistent, and that was the whole entire race as well, bro, so thank you. But yeah, I've gained so much time coming into the corkscrew on everybody. So I have a bit of a ding-dong with a 911 in front, and at the time I was a little bit upset about it. It's not the one, is it? Yes, it is. But it gets hooked on the curve there, and boom, around, and there's nothing I could do. Yeah, I feel bad, couldn't react in time, but there was absolutely nothing I could do. Just trying to not lose any more time here. Like, I was very conflicted whether to stop and, you know, wait and let the position go, but on further review of the video, I did get crossed up on it, and also spoke to each other afterwards, and he said more or less the same thing, so I'm happy with that. Time to get the foot down, right, so lap 3. I believe we do a quick edit here and catch up back with the 488 in front, which he defended the line absolutely brilliantly, it must be said. Difficult to pass, unless you're going to absolutely throw one up the inside, but yeah, lap 6 now, 3 laps later, cool. and we're back on the 488 now. I found it extremely difficult to try and get close to him, really. I wasn't sure whether he's on a pad or not. It's probably the connection too not helping, but yeah, crazy. He's crazy good at defending the inside line, so I knew pretty soon on that I would need to try and force a mistake out the guy pulling him off his line, or try and just stick my nose in and see if I can get a reaction out of him. But he drove absolutely fantastically. I give the full credit to the guy for managing to keep me behind. I just kept getting caught out on the brakes, and once you get caught out like that, you do a really tentative weapon to go close with somebody. I don't want to ruin his race either. I mean, at the minute, both me and him have pulled out a considerable gap to the lads behind, so it wouldn't make much sense for us to lose time over it. But yeah, good fun with the guy, and again lads, we've got a lot of sim racing coming up. We've got the AOR finals, which is a random track. It's random conditions. We will not know until the minute we're all allowed in the server, so we'll get an hour to set the car up and go. So that's I like that idea of everybody's in the same boat, not knowing what car, track and whatnot we're at. We've got to take our actual car, which would be the 720S. So hopefully it's a track that suits the car. If not, there's not really a lot we can do about it. But believe me, we'll be giving it our all. So as always, yeah, tier 3 champions. So what we were in the pro tier. So the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Aim tier is tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, I think, no, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, like that. So yeah, the top guys from those tiers all put into one lobby, and we'll fight it out. So that should be good fun, and that's coming up on Tuesday. I'll be live for that around 7, half past 7 BST, British sometime. And then of course we're back to SFR, and hopefully with the G portal sorted out now, we'll be able to finish the entirety of the race. So we've got Bathurst coming up. Kyle Army will be run at the end of the season. Bit of redemption for that, because that was pit manoeuvred out of the way. First corner, first lap. There's not going to be any contact on the first lap, and I was contact into the first corner, the second corner, and then pitted on the third, so more than enough. And then to add insult onto injury and making a bit of time up there, and you've got each second stop to do, so that's a 5-second splash and dash. And as I'm coming into sort of the pit lane, the lad in front's had an accident with a big bloody bump that's there, and he's smashed into the right hand side of the track and just comes barreling across the left hand side all the way into the pit lane and wrecked me. If it had held the brakes, that wouldn't have happened, but that's racing, and it's a case of coulda, woulda, shoulda. But yeah, he messaged me back and told me it was my fault. I don't know, seriously. It is what it is, unfortunately. We can't go back in time and change that one, but bloody cheek, huh? Anyway, I did say I wasn't going to drain on talking to the full entirety of the video, but I just wanted to stress that we do have some sim racing coming up. We have some good rounds coming up with racing, so you're free to come and join us. Come and show your love and support. Please comment on the video, tell me what you think, the edit, the highlights, and of course everyone that does, we'll get them on the legends list at the end. So with that said, I'm just going to leave you with the action and come back to you as and when. But please, if you do enjoy the video, guys, please hit the like button, even comment on it. I'll read and I'll reply to every single one of them. I really appreciate every single one that takes the time out of your day to come over and have a look at some sim racing. I shall catch you towards the end. Peace and love.
on the left. Slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I think just coming up now is the mistake I managed to force. It took a while to get here, we're on lap 13 now. I think it just turns in a little late, I just kept hooked up wrong, and that was all the opportunity I needed. Straight past there and gone. It is a shame, because we were having a great fight. He was really good at defending the line. So with that said, we're now in P1. Yeah, coming over, because the night and day sunrise, this is beautiful. I left it in just because of the sunlight hitting your eyes and coming around the corner. The visuals on ACC are absolutely sick, they're great. So yeah, we're just coming up onto the finish now, the start of the race, last 20 minutes, and coming up onto the guys that have had a bit of a rough one. There's Rockefeller, not in his usual car, so props to him for taking that out. It's just a death machine waiting to happen. Big thumbs up for moving over that. DNA Turbo 2, I think he come out the way as 2, so I think that's why it's in. But yeah, massive respect to anybody that's got the awareness to, come out the way. Well, there wasn't a fight here or anything like that, and they should, but there's no rule in the SCR that, black cars have to give the right of way. It's down to priority, it's their prerogative, if you will, for as and when, so I can't thank the guys that do that enough. They could make my life a lot more difficult. Nothing to gain out of it, of course, but it is what it is. So coming up on the finish line now, guys, 52 laps done. A bit of a lead there, nearly 30 odd, 40 seconds, so yeah, they must have been having a good old fight back there, but a bit of a lonely one towards the front, but we managed to get that job done. Now, yep, the outlap here, you can't just quit back to pit, and I believe the legend list is here at the end. So I just want to thank every single one of you. Leon, VR Closet, Chris, Rockefeller, Sim Racer 82, Six Gunner, Voya Racing, Shagundan, AMG Dens, Autista, Jamer, Popcorn, 648, and I'm sure there's a couple more I have missed too, but do, boys, keep on commenting and like the video. It really does help me and supports me. We'll keep banging them away and getting more on, so yeah, just thank you for your support. We've got all the info there of the championship race coming up on Sunday, and this Tuesday live stream for the AOR finals. With that said, look after yourself, look after each other, peace and love.